One of the wizard's most rudimentary skills is levitation, or the ability to make objects fly. Do you all have your feathers? Good. Now, don't forget the nice wrist movement we've been practicing. The swish and flick. Everyone? The swish and flick. Good. Oh, and enunciate. Wingardium Leviosa. Off you go then.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Look, stop. You're going to take someone's eye out. Besides, you're saying it wrong. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
You do it then if you're so clever.
Go on.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, well done. See here, everyone. Miss Granger's done it. Splendid.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Well done, dear.
I think we're going to need another feather over here, Professor.
Hey there, LEGO fans and Potterheads. I am the lawyer in the LEGO Shed, and this is the 17th in a series of videos that I'll be making as I build my way through the magical world of LEGO Harry Potter. I've been collecting the HP LEGO line since it started back in 2001 with the release of the very first movie, and for this video series, I'm going to be building sets that have been part of the more recent waves of Harry Potter LEGO, beginning in 2018 and stopping with the 2023 releases. My plan is to go in movie order as closely as possible, so without further ado, let's get started. Today we're covering the second of the Hogwarts Moments sets that were released as part of the line, set number 76385, and this is the Hogwarts Moment Charms class. And unlike the first of our Hogwarts Moments, we actually know exactly when this scene takes place, and it's has one of the most quoted lines in the entire film franchise, Hermione correcting Ron on the pronunciation of Wingardium Leviosa. This set was released in 2021 and had 256 pieces and 3 minifigs. As with the first of our Hogwarts Moments sets, this set depicts a classroom and a particular lesson taught by one of the 4 heads of houses at Hogwarts. Specifically, we see the first film version of Professor Flitwick, head of Ravenclaw House, teaching a charms class here. This is the first time that Professor Flitwick's classroom has been portrayed in LEGO form, and it's pretty delightful. Just like the other set, we have a nice opening here that comes up, and then we have lots of little things that we can remove to really build out our classroom setting here. So you kind of take each of these little components down, and you can really get a sense here for our classroom look. It again opens up just like our potions one. And I think that much like our conversations, previously, there's a lot of good about these sets, but I think that they've got some challenges as well, which we'll cover in just a second. But let's kind of talk about the things that I loved. First off, again, I really love this whole book concept that they have done. I do think that it's very successful for playability purposes, and then of course for a display as an adult who would just want to display it as a book. I think it works out really well. Most of the minifig selection of this set, which we'll get to in a bit, I did think was really well. And then I actually, again, just like with the previous one, I think the detail on the stickers here, which was a detail I actually didn't notice in watching the movies for the first couple times, really helped cement us that we're in Flitwick's classroom. And then just like we did with the potions classroom, we also have another chalkboard drawing here of the spell that they're currently working on. So those really elements, I think, really help kind of cement where we are and then give a really good sense of kind of what we're doing here. One other little fun component, aside from all the little side things like these little fun side builds that we have that make the classroom experience kind of look all the better. One that really stood out to me was this inclusion of a place for Professor Flitwick to stand, which we're going to cover him in just a second, but he iconically is standing on a pile of books In the book originally, that's exactly how it's described, as he's standing on a pile of books in order to be able to teach the lesson. And then Chris Columbus in directing the first movie made sure to recreate that exact moment. So I thought that was a fun little inclusion here to have. Things that I didn't love is I did think that this interior was not as easily incorporated into any of the other waves from 2018 and 2023. This was a similar complaint that I had to the potions class as well. You just can't do anything with this other than have it be a playset on its own. The minifigs do not end up fitting into the folded model. It would have been nice to find a way to make that happen. And then comparatively, when we look at the potions classroom compared to this one, it's a little lackluster. I think this one could have used maybe a little bit more going on. There's a few more elements that make the potions classroom a little more exciting. We actually had a centerpiece here that really nicely made the room feel a little bit more present, but here we've just got kind of these side tables, the area where Flitwick is, a standalone cabinet, and the chest. So it's fine, it's good, but comparatively I think it falls a little short there and feels a little more generic. So with that in mind, let's move on to our minifigs here. We'll just push these guys to the side. And we'll start with Professor Flitwick, the one that I was just discussing. So side things about Professor Flitwick. His appearance drastically changes between the end of Chamber of Secrets and the beginning of Prisoner Azkaban due to director Alfonso Cuarón's desire to update and modernize many components of the series. So this version of Professor Flitwick has been depicted for the first time in LEGO here. We have never seen one that looks just like the original Flitwick until now. And he looks great, I think, with his custom printing on his head, on his torso, and then this beard piece that actually comes to us from Lord of the Rings sets. Great usage here. I think that he works out really well. Then next up, and in keeping with the sub-themes approach, we have a young Cho Chang, a Ravenclaw student. They seem to be trying to make sure that whatever house we're dealing with for the particular lesson, what their head of house is, that there's a student there as well, so that we've got yet another uniform represented. This is the first time we've gotten a young Cho Chang, which is exciting too. So she kind of has that characteristic younger look. She's got the shorter legs, and then she's got her hair piece here. Which is actually, this is one of the ones that the old hard plastic, I think they eventually moved to a softer rubber later on. So it's that harder plastic still here. And of course, her kind of characteristic look with those intense bangs and longer hair. So we've got Flitwick, we've got Cho, and then of course we have a common person in our Harry Potter lineup. We've got Harry here. He's got a kind of unique little uniform, but it's not unique. It's unique for Harry in the sense that he's never had this combination before. But they're coming to us from these Hogwarts Moments series. Everything else about Harry is repeated somewhere else, so he's not super exciting. But as with our first one, we have a nice little book here with a custom printed tile showing us Wingardium Leviosa. Which again was a nice little touch that I really loved with these Hogwarts Moments sets, and the consistency across all of them. So my overall impression, as with the first, this is a good set and a great concept. And while it does fall a little short of our potions classroom, I still think this is a really solid one. And that's it for 76,385. If you are interested in following along on this journey, please feel free to follow the account. And if there's anything else that you think I should be covering in these reviews, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching and have an awesome day.